So, Mark, we've come to a close. We're on problem 7. And the way I've dressed this up, it sounds a little bit Jilly Cooper, if I'm honest. It's called Project Complexity, but here's the Jilly Cooper bit. We've called it a resistance to going under the covers, right? So talk to us about this project complexity and what it makes organizations do and think like.
Yeah, sure. I don't think I'd be able to count the number of times I've gone in as a consultant to an organisation and they've had a team who are experts at legacy transformation or automated migration, who have done their discovery phase, done their analysis, and present the answer that this is too complex, or this is too complex to fit in with our automation, or we recommend you just wrap this system because, there's too much risk in breaking it down, and it's like, yeah, I think we could have told you that at day one. I always remember someone from a large company that will remain nameless that flew up over their experts in this sort of legacy analysis tool, right? And they spent a week, interviewing the business, putting their, sensors into the application, tracing it all through, and then presented it to the execs and put up a slide to show the complexity of this legacy system. And it was like one of those spirographs that just had lines everywhere. And I always remember one of the senior managers saying, but I can't see anything from this. This is just a ball of mess or something. And the conclusion from the consultant was, exactly, that's what we want to show you. And it's like, well, that's great, but what's the answer here? So that project turned into very much a big bang, very much taking the current data structures because the problem was too hard to solve, wrapping it round with a new system, right? They had a separate data migration stream. So all of these things through the first 6 questions that I've said maybe is bad practice, they ended up falling into because the problem was too hard to architect it properly and do it properly. I think you can guess, Reuben, whether that project was successful or not, and how long it took compared to what was planned originally. All right. So what tends to happen when people find that the complexity is there and is more than they first envisaged, is they tend to have a pursuit then for simplistic solutions. They tend to look for those silver bullets. They tend to either kind of look at something that can automate that for them, but automate it as a whole, not automate it by extracting out the value, redesigning it via a step, and then generating out new code, more a one-off simple transformation. We've seen a lot where we've got old, maybe Java systems for the UI on old technology, and there'll be automated tools that will transform that to maybe a new JavaScript UI. What tends to happen is the resultant code, you need to know the old structures, the Java structures, all the Java class structures, as well as the new kind of packages that are in the new, React solution maybe. So there's suddenly this T-shaped developer has to be an expert in a very old style UI and a new style UI to be able to make the change. So, it's never a good plan to just do that kind of press a button automation within it.